by the watering place, and he made his camels to kneel down by the water, and they remained there. And Eliezer, Abraham's servant, prayed and said, O Adonai Elohim of Abraham, send me, I pray you, good speed this day, and show kindness unto my Adonai, that you shall appoint this day a woman for my Adonai's son from his family. And Yahuwah hearkened to the voice of Eliezer for the sake of his servant Abraham, and he happened to meet with the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, the woman of Nahor, brother to Abraham. And Eliezer came to her house. And Eliezer related to them all his concerns, and that he was Abraham's servant, and they greatly rejoiced at him. And they all blessed Yahuwah, who brought this thing about, and they gave him Rivkah, the daughter of Bethuel, for a woman for Yitzchak. And the young woman was of very comely appearance. She was a virgin, and Rivkah was 10 years old in those days.
Hopefully y'all listening. I know y'all ain't hearing me ramble my mouth a lot this time, but I'm listening. Hopefully you're doing the same thing, the most important thing.
And Eliezer and his men came and ate and drank and rejoiced there on that night. And Eliezer rose up in the morning, he and the men that were with him, and he called to the whole household of Bethuel, saying, Send me away, that I may go to my Adonai. And they rose up and sent away Rivkah and her nurse, Deborah, the daughter of Uts. And they gave her silver and gold, men servants and maid servants, and they blessed her. And they sent Eliezer away with his men, and the servants took Rivkah, and he went and returned to his Adonai to the land of Canaan.
Canaan.
And Yitzchak took Rivkah, and she became his woman, and he brought her into the tent. And Yitzchak was 40 years old when he took Rivkah, the daughter of his uncle Bethuel, for a woman. Thank you for watching today's scripture reading with the Yabajin, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 24. And with that, I will leave you with Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, how y'all feeling about it? How y'all feeling about Yashar?
Welcome to today's scripture reading with the Yabajin, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 25.
Barak Yahuwah, we made it to 25, y'all. If you was there, we at 25, 1 to 25.
And it was at that
deal.
time that Abraham again took a woman in his old age, and her name was Keturah, from the land of Canaan. And she bore unto him Zimran, Yakshan, Midan, Midian, Yishbak, and Shuach, being 6 sons. And the children of Zimran were Abihan, Molech, and Narim. And the sons of Yakshan were Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Midan were Amida, Yoav, Goki, Elisha, and Nothak. And the sons of Midian were Apha, Epher, Kanok, Abida, and Eldaah. And the sons of Yishbak were Mekiro, Beudua, and Tetor. And the sons of Shuach were Bildad, Mamdad, Munan, and Meban. All these are the families of the children of Keturah, the Canaanite woman, which she bore unto Abraham the ivory. And Abraham sent all these away, and he gave them gifts, and they went away from his son Yitzchak to dwell wherever they should find a place. And all these went to the mountain at the east, and they built themselves 6 cities, in which they dwelt unto this day. But the children of Sheba and Dedan, children of Yakshan, with their children did not dwell with their brethren in their cities, and they journeyed and encamped in the countries and wildernesses unto this day. And the children of Midian, son of Abraham, went to the east of the land of Cush, and they there found a large valley in the eastern country, and they remained there and built a city, and they dwelt therein, that is the land of Midian unto this day. And Midian dwelt in the city which he built, he and his 5 sons, and all belonging to him. And these are the names of the sons of Midian, according to their names in their cities: Apha, Epher, Canok,
Shalom, Marcus,
Abida,
shalom.
and Eldaah. And the sons of Apha were Methach, Mishar, Avi, and Sanua. And the sons of Epher were Ephron, Sur, Alirun, and Medan. And the sons of Canok were Reuel, Rakim, Azi, Al-Yeshuv, and Alad. And the sons of Avida were Kori,
First of all,
Kurari,
you talk about my cousin.
Moki, and the sons of
my cousin Chris. Yes, I hope he feels
Mika
better.
And Reba.
Too.
And
I really do.
And Gabol.
We're going to
These
pray for
are the names of the
Chris.
Binyamin, according to their
We're going to
families.
allow for my
and
cousin.
Afterward, the families of
Allow he
Midian
gets better.
spread throughout the land of Midian. And these are the generations of Ishmael, the son of Abraham, whom Hagar, Sarah's handmaid, bore unto Abraham. And Ishmael took a woman from the land of Mitzrayim, and her name was Rivah, the same is Meribah. And Rivah bore unto Ishmael Nebaioth, Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, and their sister Basmath. And Ishmael cast away his woman Rivah, and she went from him and returned to Mitzrayim, to the house of her father. And she dwelt there, for she had been very bad in the sight of Ishmael, and in the sight of his father Abraham. And Ishmael afterward took a woman from the land of Canaan, and her name was Malkuth, and she bore unto him Nishma, Duma, Masa, Kadad, Tema, Yetur, Naphish, and Kedma. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names, being 12 princes according to their nations. And the families of Ishmael afterwards spread forth, and Ishmael took his children and all the property that he had gained, together with the souls of his household, and all belonging to him, and they went to dwell where they should find a place. And they went and dwelt near the wilderness of Paran, and their dwelling was from Kabilah unto Shur, that is before Mitzrayim, as you come toward Asher. And Ishmael and his sons dwelt in the land, and they had children born to them, and they were fruitful and increased abundantly. And these are the names of the sons of Nebaioth, the firstborn of Yishmael, Mind, Sind, Mayon. And the sons of Kedar were Alyan, Kezem, Kamad, and Eli. And the sons of Adbeel were Kamad and Yavin. And the sons of Mibsam were Abedyahu, Ebed-Melech, and Yeush. These are the families of the children of Rivah, the woman of Yishmael. And the sons of Mishma, the son of Yishmael, were Shemua, Zechariah, and Obed. And the sons of Duma were Kazed, Eli, Machmad, and Ahmed. And the sons of Massa were Milan, Mula, and Ebidadan. And the sons of Kedad were Azar, Mimzar, and Ebed-Melech. And the sons of Tema were Seir, Sidon, and Yaakov. And the sons of Yetur were Merith, Yaish, Alyo, and Pakoth. And the sons of Naphish were Ebed, Tamed, Avi Asaph, and Mir. And the sons of Kedemah were Caliph, Takti, and Omir. These were the children of Malkuth, the woman of Yishmael.
Now, when they go naming all these names, some people may not like, oh my God, it just keep name after name. I'll be wanting to hear these names to see what names that we use today that they stole from Cepher. So yeah, that's why like it don't bother me none. I get excited hearing these names, true names of what certain land masses, land areas, cities, nations was called, the names of the people, because you got the BIBLE that say these are their names, and then you have this that says their names. Yeah, I need to know, so I can know what, like, oh, we be saying that, and they got that from that. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I do. Let's go!
According to their families. All these are the families of Yishmael, according to their generations, and they dwelt in those lands wherein they had built themselves cities unto this day. And Rivkah, the daughter of Bethuel, the woman of Abraham's son Yitzchak, was barren in those days. She had no offspring, and Yitzchak dwelt with his father in the land of Canaan. And Yahuwah was with Yitzchak. And Arpachshad, the son of Shem, the son of Noach, died in those days, in the 48th year of the life of Yitzchak. And all the days that Arpachshad lived were 438 years, and he died. Thank you for watching today's scripture reading with the Yabajin, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 25. And with that, I will leave you with Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to today's scripture reading with the Yabajin, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 26. And in the 59th year of the life of Yitzchak, the son of Abraham, Rivkah, his woman, was still barren in those days. And Rivkah said unto Yitzchak, Truly I have heard, my Adonai, that your mother Sarah was barren in her days, until my Adonai, Abraham, your father, prayed for her, and she conceived by him. Now therefore stand up, pray you also to Elohim, and he will hear your prayer and remember us through his mercies. And Yitzchak answered his woman Rivkah, saying, Abraham has already prayed for me to Elohim to multiply his seed. Now therefore this barrenness must proceed to us from you. And Rivkah said unto him, But arise now, you also, and pray that Yahuwah may hear your prayer and grant me children. And Yitzchak hearkened to the words of his woman. And Yitzchak and his woman rose up and went to the land of Moriah to pray there and to seek Yahuwah. And when they had reached that place, Yitzchak stood up and prayed to Yahuwah on account of his woman, because she was barren. And Yitzchak said, O Yahuwah Elohim of heaven and earth, whose goodness and mercies fill the earth, you who did take my father from his father's house and from his birthplace, and did bring him unto this land, and did say unto him, To your seed will I give the land. And you did promise him, and did declare unto him, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand of the sea. Now may your words be verified, which you did speak unto my father. For you are Yahuwah Eloheinu. Our eyes are toward you to give us seed of men, as you did promise us. For you are Yahuwah Eloheinu, and our eyes are directed toward you only. And Yahuwah heard the prayer of Yitzchak, the son of Abraham, and Yahuwah was entreated of him, and Rivkah his woman conceived. And in about 7 months after, the children struggled together within her, and it pained her greatly that she was wearied on account of them. And she said to all the women who were then in the land, Did such a thing happen to you as it has to me? And they said unto her, No. And she said unto them, Why am I alone in this amongst all the women that were upon earth? And she went to the land of Moriah to seek Yahuwah on account of this. And she went to Shem and Eber his son to make inquiries of them in this matter, and that they should seek Yahuwah in this thing respecting her. And she also asked Abraham to seek and inquire of Yahuwah about all that had befallen her. And they all inquired of Yahuwah concerning this matter. And they brought her word from Yahuwah and told her, 2 children are in your womb, and 2 nations shall rise from them, and 1 nation shall be stronger than the other, and the greater shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were completed, she knelt down, and behold, there were twins in her womb, as Yahuwah had spoken to her. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and all the people of the land.
Red all over. Told y'all we come from the same place. Everybody. You know, everybody looks different. Everybody got a different type of skin tone. So everybody thinks people with, you know, there's different people who speak different language with the same skin tone. Oh, we are all, and people who, you know, but we all come from the same place. I just want to let that be known. You're hearing it today. She was born with twins. One came out red. You know, you have certain people that believe Caucasian people was created by the devil, the Anunnaki, aliens, all this other stuff, you know what I mean? And our skin color, we were created by the Most High. And no, every living thing on this freaking earth, everything that is fully and alive was created by Yahuwah, no matter what you look like, no matter what color your skin is. You know what I mean? Say, oh, but these certain people, you call people white people, ain't nobody white. You really want to think about it, you know what? If you know the true color of white, nobody's skin color is the true color of white. You open up a sheet of notebook paper, and you see white on there. That's white. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just saying, everybody. People say, well, how can somebody with my skin tone give birth to somebody with a Caucasian skin tone? Because Yahuwah can do whatever he wants to do. Yahuwah did that, okay? Yahuwah, the Creator. Let's go! Legu.
And called his name Esau, saying that this one was made complete from the womb. And after that came his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Therefore they called his name Yaakov. And Yitzchak, the son of Abraham, was 60 years old when he begat them. And the boys grew up to their 15th year, and they came amongst the society of men. Esau was a designing and deceitful man, and an expert hunter in the field. And Yaakov was a man perfect and wise, dwelling in tents, feeding flocks, and learning the instructions of Yahuwah and the commands of his father and mother. And Yitzchak and the children of his household dwelt with his father Abraham in the land of Canaan, as Elohim had commanded them. And Ishmael, the son of Abraham, went with his children and all belonging to them, and they returned there to the land of Havilah, and they dwelt there. And all the children of Abraham's concubines went to dwell in the land of the east, for Abraham had sent them away from his son, and had given them presents, and they went away. And Abraham gave all that he had to his son Yitzchak, and he also gave him all his treasures. And he commanded him, saying, Do you not know and understand? Yahuwah is Elohim in heaven and in earth, and there is no other beside him. And it was he who took me from my father's house and from my birthplace, and gave me all the delights upon earth, who delivered me from the counsel of the wicked, for in him did I trust. And he brought me to this place, and he delivered me from Casdim, and he said unto me, To your seed will I give all these lands, and they shall inherit them when they guard my commandments, my statutes, and my judgments that I have commanded you, and which I shall command them. Now therefore, my son, hearken to my voice, and guard the commandments of Yahuwah Eloheka, which I commanded you.
Told you, the commandments. But the laws have been done away with though, right? Yeah. What you talking about? They have not been done away with. Stop listening to religion. Don't let religion get you in that lake of fire, man. Don't let religion and man get you in that lake of fire. Because a lot of us believe what another man, another person, another human has told us. A lot of the stuff we believe was told to us by a person. And because that person was older, lived longer, been around longer, if I'm in my 20s and a person's in his 40s and 50s and 60s is telling me something, he went to a school for it, he went and studied with a monk and studied with priests and rabbis and stuff like that, yeah, they gotta know what they're talking about. No. Everybody was lied to. Even rabbis, priests, pastors were all fed the religion lie. You know what I mean? People go off to spiritual colleges and spiritual schools, and they learn what they learn and taught there, and it's a whole lot, man. It's a whole lot when you go down that rabbit hole, man. A whole lot. And I'm just grateful to have been brought out of the lie, shown the truth, accepted the truth, and now I'm promoting the truth. Not the lie, the truth. I was promoting that lie. I was big on promoting that lie. Now I'm big on promoting the truth. Yahuah's truth. It is important. This is why I do it. It is very important. The Torah is important. The laws and commands of the Torah have not been done away with. You need them to get into the Shahamim. You need that. Please. Time is running out. As you can see, it's getting worse and worse and worse. AI is getting worse and worse and worse and trying to take over because he is coming back. He knows. He knows. So, like, he knows what's about to happen, what could happen, and he ain't gonna allow it. So he's gonna come back before the worst thing could happen. Yeah. So, just wake up, come out of the matrix, come into Yahuah's truth, get right with Yahuah before you get left with Hashatan and put in that lake. You do not want to get left with Hashatan and get put in that lake, so you better get right with Yahuah. Get right before you get left. You don't want to get left. You don't want to be on that wide path. You want to be on the narrow path to salvation, not the wide path to damnation. You don't. Let's go!
Do not turn from the right way, either to the right or to the left, in order that it may be well with you and your children after you forever. And remember the wonderful works of Yahuah and his kindness that he has shown toward us in having delivered us from the hands of our enemies. And Yahuah Eloheinu caused them to fall into our hands. And now therefore guard all that I have commanded you, and turn not away from the commandments of your Elohim, and serve none beside him, in order that it may be well with you and your seed after you, and teach you, your children, and your seed the instructions of Yahuah and his commandments, and teach them the upright way in which they should go, in order that it may be well with them forever. And Yitzchak answered his father and said unto him, That which my Adonai has commanded, that will I do, and I will not depart from the commands of Yahuah Elohai. I will guard all that he commanded me. And Abraham blessed his son Yitzchak, and also his children. And Abraham taught Yaakov the instruction of Yahuwah and his ways. And it was at that time that Abraham died, in the 15th year of the life of Yaakov and Esau, the sons of Yitzchak. And all the days of Abraham was 175 years, and he died and was gathered to his people in good old age, old and satisfied with days. And Yitzchak and Ishmael, his sons, buried him. And when the inhabitants of Canaan heard that Abraham was dead, they all came with their kings and princes and all their men to bury Abraham. And all the inhabitants of the land of Haran, and all the families of the house of Abraham, and all the princes and grandees, and the sons of Abraham by the concubines, all came when they heard of Abraham's death. And they requited Abraham's kindness and comforted Yitzchak his son. And they buried Abraham in the cave which he brought from Ephron the Kittim, and his children for the possession of a burial place. And all the inhabitants of Canaan and all those who had known Abraham wept for Abraham a whole year, and men and women mourned over him. And all the little children and all the inhabitants of the land wept on account of Abraham, for Abraham had been good to them all, and because he had been upright with Elohim and men. And there arose not a man who feared Elohim like unto Abraham, for he had feared his Elohim from his youth, and had served Yahuwah, and had gone in all his ways during his life, from his childhood to the day of his death. And Yahuwah was with him, and delivered him from the counsel of Nimrod and his people. And when he made war with the 4 kings of Elam, he conquered them. And he brought all the children of the earth to the service of Elohim, and he taught them the ways of Yahuwah, and caused them to know Yahuwah. And he formed a grove, and he planted a vineyard therein, and he had always prepared in his tent meat and drink to those that passed through the land, that they might satisfy themselves in his house. And Yahuwah Elohim delivered the whole earth on account of Abraham. And it was after the death of Abraham that Elohim blessed his son Yitzchak and his children. Yahuwah was with Yitzchak as he had been with his father Abraham. For Yitzchak kept all the commandments of Yahuwah as Abraham his father had commanded him. He did not turn to the right or to the left from the right path which his father had commanded him. Thank you for watching today's scripture reading with the Yabajin, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 26. And with that, I will leave you with Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That is great. Barak Yahuwah, we made it to 27, y'all.
Welcome to today's
Barak
scripture reading with the
Yahuwah,
Yabajin,
Barak
Yashar,
Yahuwah, Maya Lua.
chapter
All
27.
praise to the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahushua Mashiach, Maya Lua.
And Esau, at that time, after the death of Abraham, frequently went in the field to hunt. And Nimrod, king of Babel, the same was Amraphel, also frequently went with his mighty men to hunt in the field, and to walk about with his men in the cool of the day. And Nimrod was observing Esau all the days, for a jealousy was formed in the heart of Nimrod against Esau all the days. And on a certain day Esau went in the field to hunt, and he found Nimrod walking in the wilderness with his 2 men. And all his mighty men and his people were with him in the wilderness, but they removed at a distance from him, and they went from him in different directions to hunt. And Esau concealed himself from Nimrod, and he lurked for him in the wilderness. And Nimrod and his men that were with him did not know him. And Nimrod and his men frequently walked about in the field at the cool of the day, and to know where his men were hunting in the field. And Nimrod and 2 of his men that were with him came to the place where they were. And Esau started suddenly from his lurking place, and drew his sword, and hastened, and ran to Nimrod, and cut off his head. And Esau fought a desperate fight with the 2 men.
Cut off his head. For people who like to read books, how can this be boring? A lot of people don't read the good book because it's boring. What? Somebody's head just got cut off. It's not funny. You know, the death of people ain't nothing to, but, like, come on, man. Like, people be in the murder mysteries and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. I'm not bragging about it or promoting death and murder, because you shouldn't kill nobody, but if that's what you like to hear, you're going to find it in this. You like books about people getting robbed, you're going to hear it in this. People getting sold, you're going to hear it in this book. Like everything. Let's go!
That were with Nimrod. And when they called out to him, Esau turned to them and smote them to death with his sword. And all the mighty men of Nimrod who had left him to go to the wilderness heard the cry at a distance, and they knew the voices of those 2 men, and they ran to know the cause of it. When they found their king and the 2 men that were with him lying dead in the wilderness. And when Esau saw the mighty men of Nimrod coming at a distance, he fled and thereby escaped. And Esau took the valuable...
Esau took them all out.
...garments of Nimrod, which Nimrod's father had bequeathed to Nimrod, and with which Nimrod prevailed over the whole land, and he ran and concealed them in his house. And Esau took those garments and ran into the city on account of Nimrod's men, and he came unto his father's house wearied and exhausted from fight. And he was ready to die through grief when he approached his brother Yaakov and sat before him. And he said unto his brother Yaakov, Behold, I shall die this day, and wherefore then do I want the birthright? And Yaakov acted wisely with Esau in this matter, and Esau sold his birthright to Yaakov, for it was so brought about by Yahuwah. And Esau's portion in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham had bought from the children of Keth for the possession of a burial ground. Esau also sold to Yaakov, and Yaakov bought all this from his brother Esau for value given. And Yaakov wrote the whole of this in a Cepher, and he testified the same with witnesses, and he sealed it. And the Cepher remained in the hands of Yaakov. And when Nimrod the son of Cush died, his men lifted him up and brought him in consternation and buried him in his city. And all the days that Nimrod lived were 215 years, and he died. And the days that Nimrod reigned upon the people of the land were 185 years, and Nimrod died by the sword of Esau in shame and contempt. And the seed of Abraham caused his death, as he had seen in his dream. And at the death of Nimrod, his kingdom became divided unto many divisions, and all those parts that Nimrod reigned over were restored to the respective kings of the land, who recovered them after the death of Nimrod. And all the people of the house of Nimrod were for a long time enslaved to all the other kings of the land. Thank you for watching today's scripture reading with the Yabajim, Yashar, Yashar, chapter 27. And with that, I will leave you with Shalom.
We're done with 27. Barak Yahuwah. 1 all the way up to 27. Y'all amazing. Barak Yahuwah, Yada Yahuwah, we made it to 28.
Welcome to today's scripture reading with the
Yashar
Yabajim,
28.
Yashar, Yashar, chapter 28. And in those days, after the death of Abraham, in that year, Yahuwah brought a heavy famine in the land. And while the famine was raging in the land of Canaan, Yitzchak rose up to go down to Mitzrayim on account of the famine, as his father Abraham had done. And Yahuwah appeared that night to Yitzchak, and he said to him,
I'm sorry, but you see, it says Yahuwah caused the famine. Yahuwah caused pestilences. Yahuwah. And I'm saying this for, the truth seekers out there. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theorists, truth seekers out there. With the heart machine. And you gotta listen. Regardless, whatever they do, it's Yahuwah's will be done. Alright? Yahuwah's will be done. All these floodings and all of that. Yahuwah is allowing it to happen. His will be done. It's supposed to happen. Whether it's through a heart machine, whatever the case may be, it's still his wrath. Said he was going to wash cleanse the earth of the wicked. A lot of people is dying. So that should tell you something. Y'all, people just need to wake up. At the end of the day, you need to wake up. Our whole history is a lie. So if they lie to us about where we come from, our nationality, and all this other stuff, why wouldn't they lie about the Most High? Why wouldn't they lie and tamper with and the good book to deceive us? right? We all got one life to live. You only live once, and then you die. And a lot of people, like, when life is what you make it, you should live it to the fullest. I get it. But one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to live my life to the fullest, and it was a lie. Like, just think about that. You're living your life to the fullest, right? But it's a lie. Everything you believe, your beliefs, you know what I mean? Like, spiritual beliefs, whatever, is a lie. But you believe it, you live in it, you're living your life. I can't do it. Once I found out that I was being lied to about a lot of stuff, I was like, oh no, I'm cool. Once I found out that religion and Christianity and all that stuff, we were being lied to and stuff, yeah, like, nope, I'm cool. I don't want to, like, well, I find out